What I've done now is that I've gone around pretty much the texture. I've scaled these wall texture down. Um, Again, overlaid it with dirt. If I go back into my 3D Studio Max, you'll see the scale of the stones is much more smaller. I've also gone around and applied dirt overlay on the roof, and pretty much changed that the same way it was before. There's still some things that I would like to do in regards to make this feel much more natural. For instance, apply some dirt falling from the windows, even ground going up to have a bit more dirtier going up so it looks more natural. You'll see this is taking place here, for instance. So I'm going to quickly do that. I'm not going to spend too long on it. Again, you can try different things like burn. You can change the colors of the things that you're overlaying. So if I go into Photoshop now, and turn on my texture layer. Firstly, what I'll do is I'll locate where the windows are, which are just here. So that's one of the windows. Um, I'm just gonna take a little sample from. I'm just gonna take the sample here and just Control C and Control V. That's copying and pasting, pretty much. So if I just scale that up and go down here, press Control T and scale this down so it's around the window area. Just scale that down so just place it underneath where the window is. You can take it all the way down if you want to as well. So let's try some of the different options that we have here. So let's see, color burn is too strong. We can go for overlay, but I want it to be quite obvious, this one. That's overlay again. So let's try dark color. We've got multiply here. Oh, sorry, darken. Multiply is a bit too dark. Again, if I hit overlay and duplicate that to make it a bit more stronger, so you can see it's much more darker now. Combine these two. Oh. I can get rid of this seam by just simply using the brush to blend that in. The other thing that you could always do also is to go around and on the actual textures apply use the burn brush to apply these burn marks. So if I just duplicate that, move this to the next window, which is these two windows here. So if I zoom in, when the capturing software is on, for some reason the system keeps freaking out, so I have to go into 3D Max and come back out. I think I'll minimize 3D Max just for that problem not to happen again. So if I zoom out now, go in here, press File, Save As, and export that out. We'll go into 3D Max and we'll see what that looks like. So if I go in and open up 3D Max, you'll see how it's created this kind of dirt feeling that around the walls. I mean, maybe it's a bit too strong, but you can go around and adjust that, and even use the burn tool now on the texture. I tend to do this sometimes. For instance, I just go in to my top layer, select the final layer, and collapse this. Duplicate it and collapse this so I can see everything. And another thing that you can do is, once you've done that, if I turn that on, use my burn option, which is here. Sorry, here we go. They keep changing the buttons on the interface, so if you have a look, here it is. That's it, burn tools there. So if you have a look at that one, select that. See how if I apply that, it's kind of making it darker on the edges. So for instance, I can take my burn brush now and go around all the, minimize that, and go around all the edges to make it look as if it's dirty, to blend it in. This is a good, again, another good way to add, like, make it feel like as if it's dirt that's gone in. There's some seams that I can see inside the texture that I would have fixed. So just apply that all the way around. You can use different brushes to get. So if I just go out and minimize that again, save as, I can go and save this as a JPEG, and go back into 3D Studio Max, and it should load up with the dirt marks now. As you can see, it appears to be much more, it blends in much better. So what I'll do is, in the next tutorial, I'll show you an alternative method to actually create the textures.